Take blessings, take blessings.
Okay.
I want everybody nicely seated. If you are confused about where to sit, there's a lot of seats open on this side. Please try to use this side as well. Everybody's coming on that side and filling up over there. Once you are seated, I'm going to make sure that the program starts. I'm looking for Nishan Dubai. Nishan Dubai, kya cho? Okay, give me 2 minutes and... Okay. Tonight's MC is Nishan Dubai, and I'm going to let him take over, and he's going to explain a little few things about the program and other things. So welcome, Dr. Vasauda. Go ahead. Yes, what we're going to do? What we're going to do is have Bijal come in the center, ring the bell, go back, and then start the program.
Well, thank you for coming. I have to say, if the stage was well set and looked great, I would be very happy. But this is not just a great looking stage, this is just simply amazing. So I'm in awe of what I see here. And I think Tushar and Binaben have worked very hard. I don't know about her wedding, Tushar, but this is about as good as it gets when it comes to Arangetram. I would like to introduce the disciple first. Are you ready? Come on the stage. This is Bijal. In the Hindu tradition, before we start, well, in any tradition for that matter, starting any task with a prayer brings the presence of God, and we are more likely to succeed at the task, and others are more likely to benefit from the task. So, with that in mind, Bijal, best wishes for today's program. I would like to next introduce Bijal's teacher, Bela Vasavda, my better half. I think she's, here she is. Those of you who are new to the Bharatanatyam tradition, what happens is that the teacher and the students prepare items over the course of many months, and the rhythm is maintained by the teacher. So what you'll see is Bella likes to do it in the old-fashioned way, where she uses a wooden stick on a piece of wood. I think this time she has upgraded herself to a piece of granite. So it's always you've got to move with the times. And this is a tradition that was used till the 40s. Nowadays, people use kanjira, which is a metal instrument, but she feels comfortable with the way her guru taught her. So with that in mind, I think we are about to start the first item. Bijal, I'm not sure what's supposed to happen. I think you're supposed to go backstage now, and we can open the curtain, and we're going to hit it. So first item is going to be Ganesh Stuti, prayer to Lord Ganesha. We can open the curtain as the prayer starts. The reason we pray to Ganesha is Gan Ish. It really stands for the leader of the community. It's not, you could say it stands for a god with an elephant head and 4 hands, and who rides on a rat or as a mouse as his vehicle. But that is not the reality. It represents the leader of the community who has wisdom, who is powerful, yet calculative, but use a weapon if he has to, and who always moves slow because he doesn't want to make impulsive, quick decisions. So such Lord Ganesha, we'll pray to first. That Ganesh Stuti will be followed by the first item of a Bharatanatyam recital, which is a pure dance item. It is referred to as Alaripu, and it means budding of a flower, because it's the opening item where the student is coming on the stage for the first time. And as the dance progresses, she shows her talent, and hence the comparison to a flower coming from a bud. But the Nritya part does not have too many expressions. So first 2 items of Bharatanatyam, not counting the Ganesh Stuti, Alaripu and Jateshwaram, are pure Nritya, dance items where there is no expression as such. Abhinaya, or expression, or really Abhinaya is not just expression, it's art of educating the audience. So through the expression, the dancer is educating the audience. That comes later on with the first Abhinaya item, namely Shabdam. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really privileged to be here for this group. I've not seen more passionate people than Tushar, Bina, and Bijal when it comes to dance and to this program. So I hope I can do justice to their passion, hopefully not bore you too much. So here we go. First item, Ganesh Stuti, immediately followed by Alaripu.
Tam tam tatadhim dhanata janu 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 tam tam tatadhim dhanata tadim tadhi takata tadim janata januti janu tadim tadhi takata tadim janata januti dim dim janu tadim tadhi takata tadim janata januti janu tadim tadhi takita jam takita num takita jam nam takita jam takita num takita num takita jam jam takita num takita jam nam takita jam takita num takita num 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 takita jam 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 takita num 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 takita nam takita jam takita num takita jam takita nam takita jam takita num takita ta tatadhi janata janati janata de tadhi takata tatadhi janata januti dim dim janata de tadhi takata Sri Ganapati Rakshama Sada Shiva Suda Sada Sri Ganapati Rakshama Sada Shiva Suda Sada Sri Ganapati Rakshama Sada Shiva Suda Sada Sri Ganapati Rakshama Pranava Swarupa Parvati Putra Panchamatanga Mukha Sumukha 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 Sri Ganapati Rakshama Sada Shiva Suda Sada Sri Ganapati Rakshama
Tết
tay ta đây dum te dum tay dum te dum tay ta đây 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 dum te dum tay ta thấy 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 dum hatta jum tay ra jum tay ra ka tay ra ta ding na tong tak ta ding na tong tak ti ku ta ding na tong ta dik tak dik tak dik tak dik tak dik tak dik dik tak dik tak dik tak ta lang ku tak ta ding na tong na tay tay jum ta ta ti ta tay ta
Ladies and gentlemen, the way this works is the students start preparing for quite a few months after about 7 years of training. The initial training is done by Bela's assistants. Bani, come back on the stage for a minute, please. Bani Meni is one of them. She assisted Bijal in preparing for her dance. Thank you. So Bijal first prayed to Lord Ganesha for best wishes and to assure that this task of performing this margam, and it is called margam because it's like a journey to salvation, journey to self-realization, and a journey to reaching God. Because when this dance form was first invented, if you will, it was presented to people because people were losing touch with Vedas, the 4 holy books of Hinduism. And it was thought that if the messages were imparted in dance form, perhaps people would be more receptive to those. So when a student is preparing for this program, they are passing through a journey, hopefully reaching something inside them that will make them stronger. After praying to Lord Ganesha, she presented the basic movements or adavas of Bharatanatyam. Now she'll present Jatishwaram. Jati and Swaram. Jati is a composition of a combination of adavas tied to Swaram or Saregama Nisa, just like Do Re Mi. The Indian scale is Saregama Nisa. Sa never changes. It's the same. So here, it's like a painter making a small circle with some design in it. And then next thing you know, there's a bunch of those circles with designs, and you see something entirely different. So this is like a moving picture that the dancer will now create. It's another nritya item. There is no abhinay as such in it. The sounds you heard in the music is what she's dancing to. And if you pay attention, a set of Saregama Padanisa are spoken, and she dances to that. And that's critical. So the next item is Jatiswaram. After that, will she Shabdam. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Angelina, and I've known Bijal for a while now, since second grade, and it was my first day at Watson Elementary, as a second grader, and it was quite devastating since my best friend at the time was still in my old elementary school. She wasn't necessarily my best friend. She was actually the only friend I had, so she could be the best or the worst friend. And, I was kind of tired of my blankie being my right-hand man anyways. So within the first week of school, I realized 3 things. My teacher was black, the restrooms were gross, and there was this little Indian girl with a thick braid that was going down behind her. And then she had the same level of awkwardness as me. And, that was it. To me, that was a girl that was going to be my new best friend. Ever since then, the years went by. They flew by. Our friendship clicked into something that turned out to be permanent. And whether the problem was an itch on the back or helping me just hold myself together, Bijal was always there for me. She never let me down, ever. And she never judged me. She accepted me as I am. But lately, she's been busy at dance practice, working diligently to give us this dazzling performance. I don't think she knows this, but I'm glad she's performing, because all this time she spent into doing it, I think she deserves her spotlight tonight. And tomorrow may be just another Monday, but today is the day our beautiful Bijal gets to shine in all her beautiful colors.
Okay. So, Bijal, I don't really know where to begin. I'm so proud of you, Bijal. You've put so much effort into this dance recital, and I know you've been really busy and really stressed, and, I don't know, Bijal. You're just, I don't know. I just really don't know. I've never met anyone like you, and that's for sure. You're just, Bijal's not perfect, but you know what? She's perfect for me. She's so beautiful on the inside and outside. She's been there for me through the good times, the bad times, and all the time. She's never ever given up on me, even when I lose my temper at her or say things I don't mean. A true friend is someone who never gets tired of listening to your pointless drama over and over again. Sure, we've had our ups and our downs, but Bijal's always been there for me through thick and thin. I'm so lucky to have a friend like her. And I honestly, I don't know where I'd be right now without you, Bijal. Bijal makes me laugh harder than anyone else, and laughter is the best medicine. I love you so much, Bijal, and when you love someone, you do anything for them because you know they'd do the same for you. You're not my best friend, Bijal. You're like my sister. And I love you, Bijal, and I'm really proud of you.
Oh, God.
I'm so scared.
Hello. Hi, my name's Angela, and at first I was gonna sit there and write a speech for today, but I just decided that it's better to speak from the heart, like right now. And I met Bijal in freshman year at Miss Steibokel's class, and I saw her in the hallways, and I just was so shocked by her hair. No, not because it was ugly or anything. It was just because it's very different. And that's what I loved about her. She's different, and she's not just your typical girl. Like, she's been through a lot, and I see her every day at school, being tired, coming to school for Miss Sifford's class late, and like I see her working so hard for this, and she deserves a lot. And I'm glad to be there for her and to have this privilege to speak, how great she is, because I love her very much, and it's making me a little emotional right now, but she's the best person that anyone can ever have. And, oh gosh. And she's been there for me a lot. And I love you, Bijal. Thank you.
I'm sure glad it's not me crying, so it's better her than I, right? Next, I would like to invite two of Bijal's cousins, Naimik and Richa, on the stage. please take your shoes off. I was going to ask the other people to take their shoes off again, but I hadn't taken mine off, so I had to first take mine off. Traditionally, this dance was done in front of a temple, and because it was done in front of a temple, naturally we maintain a certain sanctity, and part of that is not wearing your shoes. Well, I tend to consider this part of the stage as non-temple, so I guess it's okay. But no, I've taken my shoes off. So are you here, Naimik and Richa? Oh, come on over.
Do you feel it? Do you feel the electricity in the air? I do. Just look around you and discover the little details that make this Arangetram momentous. Why? Because before you even know it, this will all become a lasting memory, etched into time, in which we will never forget. But don't think it as it's so. Just let's live in the moment and celebrate Bijal's great and distinguished accomplishments in the field of dancing. Hello, everyone. My name is Naimik Patel, and I've been honored to have the privilege to speak a few words about Bijal. Her Arangetram is an auspicious event which takes a lot of hard work and determination from her part. Keyword, determination. I know she has worked hard and to the best of her abilities, because look at how it turned out today. This is a direct result from her desire to succeed. There once was this young man who wanted to make a lot of money, and so he went to a guru. He told the guru he wanted to be on the same level he was. So the guru said, if you want to be on the same level I am on, meet me at the beach at 4 a.m. He said, the beach? I want to make money, not go for a swim. The guru said that if you want to make money, meet me at 4 a.m. So the young man met him at 4 a.m. the next morning with his suit on, ready to rock and roll. The old man grabs his hand and asks him, how bad do you want to succeed? He says, real badly. He said, walk out into the water. So he walks out to the water, and the water goes up to his waist. The guru says, walk out a little bit further. By now, the water's up to his shoulder. He says, this old man is crazy. I want to make money, but he is crazy. The guru says, come out a little bit further. So he goes out a little bit further. The water is now up to his mouth. The young man turns around and decides to leave. But before he does so, the guru says, I thought you wanted to be successful. So then he comes up next to the guru, who suddenly holds his head down into the water. By now, the young man is flapping his arms, hollering out and struggling. The guru holds him down until he is about to pass out and then raises him up. The guru says, what did you want to do when you were underwater more than anything else? He says, all I wanted to do was breathe. The guru says that when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you will become successful. I don't know if any of you have asthma, but when you have an asthma attack and you're wheezing, there is nothing more that you want to do than to get some oxygen into your lungs. And when you want to become successful, as much as you want to breathe, then you will become successful. Just look at Bijal. She has worked so hard in the past 6 months, being focused attentively on this day because she wants to make it successful. But it has become something more than that. It has become something sentimental. You might be wondering how I would know that, how I would know her dedication if I live in South Carolina. Well, about 4 months ago, my mom, my sister, and I came down for a visit. When we came down, it was summer. Universally, a time for relaxation and enjoyment. When I realized when I came down was that Bijal had practice for about 3 hours every single day. I don't know about you guys, but in the summer, I do not feel like waking up out of my bed until about 3. So this surprised me. But then when she went to practice, she came home and she started practicing again. The passion is obvious. Dedication is predominant. And her passion radiates between all of us in this Arangetram. Thank you so much, Bijal, for this opportunity to speak. I love you, and many congratulations on your accomplishments. Thank you.
Well, the next item, Shabdam, will be introduced. But before I do, I would like to ask the two other teachers or assistants, Riddhi and Siddhi, please come to stage. These are other two people that helped with the program. So they were sitting with Bella. It's Bella's tradition to always ask the assistant teachers to come to the stage. By the way, all of these assistants are Bella's disciples and have learned from her for many, many years. Thank you. Next, I would like to ask Kanchana to come to stage. Kanchana is also Bella's disciple, so was her older sister. And I always ask Kanchana who was better at dance. So I won't embarrass you anymore by asking this publicly, but I kind of think you're better than your sister. So I'll just tell you that. Well, you're more graceful at least. So, and you're young, so what can I say? All right, so Kanchana is going to now tell you the story, because this is what happens. In Abhinay, you're educated. This dance is about Lord Shiva. And since this is all about worship, in Hinduism, worship is not always necessarily just worship. Love could be a form of worship. In fact, love is a very important aspect of worship. There are various ways of salvation in Hinduism. One is Gnana Marg, where you get your salvation through knowledge of the holy books and practicing them. Second is Bhakti Marg, where you purely through love for God, you get salvation. And of course, then there is the Karma Yogi, the path of karma. By doing the right deed, you can find salvation. People who do a lot of yoga will tell you that Yoga Marg is another marg. Is through yoga you can also get salvation. So pick what works for you. We're talking about Bhakti Marg here. So in this Shabdam, as the dancer enters the stage, she's looking for her love, Lord Shiva, the god of dance. He talks of the one who dances in the temple at the top of the mountain, the one her heart is full of love for. She asks her friend, "When is my love coming? What time will he be here?" In Bharatanatyam, in Shabdam, the stanzas, in between the stanzas, there are pieces of pure dance. So after this, you'll see a piece of dance, and then it goes to the next stanza. And in this one, the Nayika, or the dancer, is saying, "It is beyond my imagination the way he dances in the sky. It is surprising that the one who dances in my heart can make me feel so intoxicated. My friend, my heart is overflowing with love. What should I do?" It's more like, what can I do? In the next stanza, the dancer tells her friend that in her dreams, she saw Lord Shiva. She saw that she was getting married to him. Will this ever come true? My poor soul desires that the one who dances will hear what is in my heart. My heart feels the pain. What should I do, my friend? The next stanza, the dancer describes Lord Shiva. He is the one who dances to several instruments. She says, "He makes my heart feel so heavy. Where is he? Is he coming here? She asks her friend to tell the secret of his arrival because she thinks the friend knows when he's coming. Now, in many of the Eastern writings, thank you, Kanchana, you will see that the boundaries between love for your lover and love for God are sort of not very clear. In fact, if you look at the literature of ghazal, there is the idea of the ishke hakiki and ishke mizazi. That means love for God and love for your lover. And the part of the art of writing is the poet purposely keeps the lines ambiguous, where it could be applied both to God as well as to your lover. Later in the program, we have a Gujarati song, and this song is written along that line. So I'll get a chance to discuss more. Namik, you talked about success, but that story is really not about success. It's about the intense desire, longing for God. And this young man who went to the teacher and said, I want to find God. So the teacher said, till you look for God with that sort of longing for air, then and then you can find God. So, but I guess success can be the same way. Well, I hear the bells ringing, so I assume that Bijal is ready. Again, you see combination of expression as well as music. This is along the line of Shringar, where the expression of love is what the Nayika is presenting. But she's also presenting some degree of sadness and frustration. And hopefully you'll be able to see that in her expressions. So I think Bella is back. We'll start the program. Are we ready, Bella? Yes. So the next item is Shabdam.
Tatayatayam tatatam Tatayatayam tatatam Dalangujam tagadadiginadum Tadanatam dana Tadimi dindimi Tatum dimi kita Tagadanam Tarita Taita tatam சகியிங்குதான் வருவாருடி சகியிங்குதான் வருவாருடி சகியிங்குதான் வருவாருடி சகியிங்குதான் வருவாருடி தளங்குஜம் ததிகிடதும் தாரிதஜம் தரிகிடதக ததரிதஜம் தரிகிடதக கற்பனைக்கும் எட்டிடாதுயிர் ககனத்தில் நின்றாடிடும் கற்பனைக்கும் எட்டிடாதுயிர் ககனத்தில் அற்புதம் நடும் நெஞ்சினில் என்னை ஆட்டி வைப்பதும் ஏனொடி அற்புதம் நடும் நெஞ்சினில் என்னை ஆட்டி வைப்பதும் ஏனொடி சகிகாவி சோர்வதும் ஏனொடி சகிகாவி சோர்வதும் ஏனொடி சகிகாவி சோர்வதும் ஏனொடி சகிகாவி சோர்வதும் ஏனொடி தளங்குஜம் ததிகிடதும் தஜ்ஜம் தரிகிடதகதகஜம் தரிகிடதகம் சொப்பனத்தில் கண்ட தேவன் என் சொந்தநாதனும் ஆவரு சொப்பனத்தில் கண்ட தேவன் என் சொந்தநாதனும் ஆவரு அற்பபீதையன் ஆசையம் பல பாடுவார் நெஞ்சில் ஏறுமோ அற்பபீதையன் ஆசையம் பல பாடுவார் நெஞ்சில் ஏறுமோ சகிவாடும் என் உள்ளதேறுமோ சகிவாடும் என் உள்ளதேறுமோ சகிவாடும் என் உள்ளதேறுமோ சகிவாடும் என் உள்ளதேறுமோ தளங்குஜம் ததிகிடதும் தத்தி தாதிமி தித்தி தோமென தாளமேளம் முழங்கிட தத்தி தாதிமி தித்தி தோமென தாளமேளம் முழங்கிட அத்தன் என்னுள்ள தாடும் நாயகன் ஆவலாய் வருவாரோடி அத்தன் என்னுள்ள தாடும் நாயகன் ஆவலாய் வருவாரோடி இதற்காறுதல் மொழி சொல்லடி இதற்காறுதல் மொழி சொல்லடி இதற்காறுதல் மொழி சொல்லடி இதற்காறுதல் மொழி சொல்லடி தளங்குஜம் ததிகிடதும் தக்கிண்ணம் தகுதரிகிடதகதகதின்னம் தகுதரிகிடதகதிம் தின்னம் தரிகிடதக தளங்குதகதிகுததிகினதும் தத்தையா தெய்யம் தத்தத்தாயா
The next item is where the rubber meets the road, Varnam. This is the longest item in a Bharatanatyam recital. And for audiences that don't know what in the world is going on, they can be extremely boring. We have remedied that. The way we have remedied is that you're going to know exactly what's going to happen. And then it's for you to judge if Bijal carries it out or not. I'll find out if she did or not by your clapping. If you clap hard, I know that she did a good job. A little bit about our school. We've been around for a very long time, 25 years, 20 years, something like that. I forget. We have done many of these Arangetram. Our school is different, I would like to think, in that Bella personally does 35 to 40 practices with the student 4 hours at a stretch, 3 hours at a stretch. And it starts in the morning, and about 9:30 the student shows up. And as the time nears, they come on the weekend, and they do their dance. In between, they get tired, they go to the kitchen, they eat something, come back out and dance, and it goes on and on. And it becomes a long-term relationship. You can see these other students who are here, they're here because they love to dance. They're here because of their passion. So I would like to ask Kanchana to come to the stage again. I like the way Kanchana presents and educates the audience. She has been with us. She has been nothing but a blessing for us. She has helped a lot of young people to learn how to dance. It relates very well to the students. And she has also taught Bijal a thing or two in her program today. So Kanchana has also contributed, in addition to the fact that she's here helping us today. So in this dance, the Nayika, or Nayaka means a leader or a female leader, comes to the stage, and she's looking for her beloved Lord Shiva, the god of dance. Now remember, Varanam typically is about a god or goddess, mostly god, either about Lord Shiva or Krishna. They've been written in many, many different languages. And this one, the expressions are a little bit different, although the message is the same. There is more desperation on part of the Nayika, because she is again in love with Lord Shiva, and she is different. And I hope you can see that, and I hope she shows it to you. In the first verse, she tells him, I have so much love for you. Now that you're not here, I don't enjoy anything that I used to like. The sweet songs of birds, the feeling of wind, and even the trickling sound of water. Next stanza, she asks him, why are you so angry with me? You are the great one, my beloved. When I ask you to come, don't get upset and punish me. Kanchana, you'll have to wait here for a moment. But the main difference between, the way I see it, when there's a dance about Krishna versus a dance about Shiva, is you don't see the mischievousness in a relationship with Shiva. It's more of a desperation than mischievousness. With Krishna, he was a young boy, he was a teenager. So the stories of Krishna often do involve a lot more mischief than this particular item. The next stanza, the dancer talks of the one who lives with Parvati together in the rich city of Tiruvanagari. He is the Lord that will accept any offerings from his devotees. She then describes Lord Shiva as the one who has a bun of hair with Ganges river flowing from it, the one who wears ashes on his forehead, the one who wears tiger skin around him. I am devoted to you. Please accept my love, my Lord. The dancer then goes on to tell Lord Shiva other memories of their past love. She's getting shivers, and her body is growing lean, thinking of him constantly. Although it feels like hundreds of years have passed, quickly come and give me a kiss. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a kiss, and everything will be well again. In the final portion, which is called the Charanam, she speaks of the love arrow of Cupid, Kamadeva. She says, "You've hurt me by throwing the arrow of love So it pains me that my love is not recognized by you. I can't think of anything else. I don't know what to do. So she's at a loss. This item, we get these items recorded in India because we feel like that's the best way to present them here. Some people prefer live music, we prefer recorded music. Thank you again, Kanchana. Appreciate your help. So the next item is Varanam.
இந்த வேளையில் மோக வான என் மீது நீ இந்த
tajam, tajam, தகத்தும் தஜம் தஜம் கிருதம்
மோகமான என் மீது நீ இந்த வேளையில் மோடி செய்யலாமோ என் சுவாமி மெத்த மோடி செய்யலாமோ என் சுவாமி மெத்த மோடி செய்யலாமோ என் சுவாமி மெத்த மோடி செய்யலாமோ என் சுவாமி பெத்த மோடி செய்யலாமோ என் சுவாமி
தளம் கிட்டக்கு திக்கி தக்கு தத்து கிட்ட தும் தண்ணம் தரித்த கிண்ணம் தரித்த தத்தி கண ஜனு திமித்த தரி தக்க தக்கிட்ட தக்க தண தக்க தக்கிட்ட தக்க ஜனு தக்க தக்கிட்ட தக்க திமி தக்க தக்கிட்ட தக்க தரி தக்க கண தக்க ஜனு தக்க திக்கி தத்தி கிட்ட ததா தக்க திக்கி தத்தி கிட்ட ததா தத்தி தக்க திக்கி தத்தி கிட்ட ததா
மோடி செய்யலாமோ என் சுவாமி மேத நாகரி மான திரு நகரி வாசரே நாகரி மான திரு நகரில் வாசரே நாகரி மான திருநகரி வாசரே நாகரி மான திருநகரி வாசரே திருநகரி அனுபோகம் செய்கவா நீ சரி சனி நீ தபமா பதபம பகரி சரி சரி கசா நிகம பதம பதப மபத பத பத நித நிசனி சரி சனி சனி கரி சனி நீ தப பத நிசனி தப மபதம கரி சரி சரி க மபதமோ மாயன் மீது நீ இந்த வேலை சொந்தமுடன் என்னை கூடின விந்து யதி நினைந்தேதி நாடி மனம் நாடி உனை தேடி உறவாட மிகவும் எனதுடலது பதறுதை நீ அரணிமேஷவும் யுகமாக அதர சாரமது தரையுடன் சமய சரச சரகுணர சொந்தமுடன் என்னை கூடின விந்தயது நினைந்தேதினம் மாடி மனம் நாடி உமை தேடி உறவாட மிகவும் எனதுடலது பதறுதை நீ அரணிமேஷவும் யுகமாகுது அதர சாரமது தரையுடன் சமய சரச சரத்துணரே மோக மான என் மீது நீ இந்த வேலை மாறன் கண்ணிகள் கூறா சரமாரியாக மாறன் கண்ணிகள் கூறா சரமாரி மாறன் கண்ணிகள் கூறா சரமாரி யாக 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 மாறன் கண்ணிகள் கூறா சரமாரி யாக
Well, I don't know about Bijal, but I'm sure you all are tired watching this because you worked very hard at clapping. So I think you deserve a little rest, a little interval, some food perhaps. Tusharba, is it time? Yes. Okay. With his permission, we'll grant a little interval here. Our chief guest, A.G. Chini, is in the audience. I'll be calling him later on to say a few words. Those of you who don't know Mr. Chini, I'll introduce him. Thank you.
I know you have made that special effort to come here on time and you would like to start on time. I can't thank you enough on behalf of my family and my parents especially. The food you will be eating today is specially given to us as a gift to help us out in our finance by my parents, and I appreciate them very much and I love them very much. I want you to enjoy food as much as possible because the items we have picked is especially for everybody's taste. We have one side for children. On the left side, when you go in, go to the left. The children's side is inside the auditorium, on the atrium. If you go to the right, behind the right side entrance to the atrium, those people who are fasting today for Ekadashi, we have special food for them. On both sides, as you enter the atrium entrances, for both sides, there is true vegetarian food, okay? So please do enjoy the rest of the program. I'm gonna let Dr. Vasavda take over now. The next 3 items you see are so special to us, especially the second one that was chosen, the music for which was chosen by me, and the rest will be told to you by Dr. Vasavda. Enjoy the rest of the program. Thank you very much.
Well, you've been a great audience so far. Now, you may be wondering, why are there so many songs about Lord Shiva? It's just a coincidence. We happen to have picked a lot of items about Lord Shiva. But remember, you really cannot have poetry or dance without Krishna. So he'll be coming. And when people of non-Indian origin come to see this program, they're a little confused. How come there are so many gods? And is the religion really, believe in so many gods? And the answer is it's more pantheistic, which means we believe in more than one manifestation of the Supreme Being. So Shiva is considered the Adi Dev, the first and only God. But at one point, he decided that he would manifest in a physical being. And he decided to be Ardhanareshwar. That means half of his body was of a man, the other half was that of a woman. And this is one thing I'm very proud of about Hinduism, that it gives equal importance to the female aspect of God. We don't have any items, any Durga Stuti or any items that praise Devi, but we do have other things that you'll get to see. To explain the next item, I'll call Bani Maini. Bani again has been our student from childhood. She is a great, very dedicated to dancing as a whole. You might have seen her name as Bhangra Queen, but she's very involved with the Gidda group, the Punjabi folk art, but she's also a classical dancer and a very good one at that. Also, she has taught this girl, so she's good at what she does. She's going to introduce the next item, which is Shiva Stuti. Stuti means prayer. And I'll read just like I did before. I'll try to translate part of that in English for those of you who don't understand Hindi or Sanskrit or Gujarati. Jaya Shiva Shankar, Jai Parameshwar. So, those of you who don't understand this, you might have seen the song Jai Ho in, Slumdog Millionaire? So, the word Jai means hail to Lord Shiva and hail to the Supreme Being. Uma Maheshwar, the husband of Uma or Parvati, and Mahaishwar means big God. Jai Prathamesh, the first God. Tribhuvana Sundar Jai Gangadhar, he who has the river Ganges flowing from his hair, and his beauty is spread across the three worlds, the sky, the earth, and the patal underneath the earth. Jai Jai Gauri Ke Hridayesh, the one who has won the heart of Gauri, which means Parvati. Next stanza is about description of Shiva's Tandava dance, which is often seen as dance of destruction. Well, actually, there's an interesting story about Kamadev. When Shiva was doing his tapa, when he was in his deep meditation, the Cupid decided to make fun of him, and he hit him with an arrow of love. And here is Shiva in his meditation. Suddenly he gets disturbed, and he gets these thoughts about love and all that, and he gets very confused. This has never happened to me. He opens his eyes and sees Kamadev, and he really gets mad. And one thing you don't want to do is make Shiva mad. He doesn't do anger too well. Opens his third eye, destroys Kam. Rati, his wife, comes and begs to make him alive again. And he says, well, I can't do that, but I can promise you, your husband will live in everybody's heart. Hence, we all have love in our heart. So, the next stanza is about the dance. Pralaya Gangata Bari Bhuvaname. So, this is, Pralaya means where there is end of the earth. It's that sort of a scary dance all over the world. Vinashadanka Baje Gagan Me. The bell of destruction is ringing in the sky. Tandava Taname, Tandava Maname. The dance that Shiva did when he killed the demon Tandava, it's in everybody's heart and everybody's body. Dharti nache, Sagara nache. The earth is dancing, the oceans are dancing. Kapraha Kailash Naresh. The king of the heavens, Indra, is also scared to death. While he's dancing, who is playing music? Brahma Gavat Uttamagan, the creator of the world Brahma, is singing the best songs that he could find. Nandi Bajavata Talamatal, his vehicle, Nandi, which means a bull, is playing the drum. Narada Veena Ched Madhuri, Naradji is playing Veena. Bol Rahe Hai Bal Ganesh, and Lord Ganesh is also saying something along with Brahma. So, this is the description of Jai Shiva Shankar, Hey Parameshwar. Thank you, Bani.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Teri sani sa nini pa ma pa ma ma re sa da ni re sa re re sa ni sa nini pa ma pa ma ma re sa da ni re sa sa re ga ma pa da sa re ga da ni जय शिव शंकर जय परमेश्वर उमा महेश्वर जय प्रमदेव त्रिभुवन सुंदर जय गंगाधर जय जय गौरी के हृदयेश जय शिव शंकर जय शिव शंकर जय परमेश्वर उमा महेश्वर जय प्रमदेव त्रिभुवन सुंदर जय गंगाधर जय जय गौरी के हृदयेश जय शिव शंकर डमक डमक डमरू का सुस्वर झनक झनक नाचे गौरीश्वर डमक डमक डमरू का सुस्वर झनक झनक नाचे गौरीश्वर डमक डमक लोल चंद्र भालधर झिमक 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 झिम भुजंग दल तट कंठ जडेश ताम तकिट तक जम तकिट तरिणम दिमित तरिणम तरि जम तरि जनुत जनुत दी ताम दीम ताम तरि तागत त जनु जनु तदीम दी कुकुटैय तैय तदिमि तकिट तग तकिट किट ताम दिक्किट किट तै तत्तोम किट जय शिव शंकर जय परमेश्वर उमा महेश्वर जय प्रमदेव त्रिभुवन सुंदर जय गंगाधर जय जय गौरी के हृदयेश जय शिव शंकर प्रलय घन घटा भरी भुवन में विनाश डंका भजे गगन में प्रलय घन घटा भरी भुवन में विनाश डंका भजे गगन में तांडव तन में तांडव मन में धरती नाचे सागर नाचे काप रहा कैलास नगेश सानी रे सनी पसानी पसानी मनी पग गमरी सारे मपदनी सा रे सनी पसानी पसानी मनी पग गमरी सारे मपदनी गामरी सारी रिनी सा पानी माप गमरी गमरी सारी रिनी सा पानी माप गम पनी सा सारी गा गम मगी सदनी री रिनी सा पानी माप सा सानी गम जय शिव शंकर जय परमेश्वर उमा महेश्वर जय प्रमदेव त्रिभुवन सुंदर जय गंगाधर जय जय गौरी के हृदयेश जय शिव शंकर ब्रह्मा गावत उत्तम गान नंदी बजावत ताल मदर ब्रह्मा गावत उत्तम गान नंदी बजावत ताल मदर नारद वीणा छेड़े मधुरी दिनक दिनक दिन दिनक दिनक दिन बोल रहे हैं बाल गणेश ताम तकिट तक जम तकिट तरणम दिमित तरिणम तरि जम तरि तजनु जनु तदि नाम दी तागत तागत तजनु जनु तदि कुकुतैय तैय तरिमि तकिट तक तकिट किट ताम दिक्किट किट तै तनोम किट जय शिव शंकर जय परमेश्वर उमा महेश्वर जय प्रमदेव त्रिभुवन सुंदर जय गंगाधर जय जय गौरी की हृदयेश जय शिव शंकर जय शिव शंकर जय शिव शंकर जय शिव शंकर
Well, next item is Padam. Padam is basically a song, and it is often a gift from the teacher to the student. Bella decided to do something different. We were looking for a Gujarati, something that was written in Bijal's original native tongue, other than English, her second tongue now, I guess. And we found something that was pretty amazing. This version was picked by Tushar. He found it among the pictures and everything else he's doing. It might as well be his Arangetram. He's probably more preoccupied with this than Bijal. But in any case, he came up with a nice song. It's written by a poet, Harindra Dave. And really, this song is about remembering. And like I said earlier, many poets write poetry where you really cannot tell whether it's about God or about a lover. Chinibai, we were talking about Ishke Hakiki, Ishke Mizazi. So this one is the same way. And here, the poet is seeing things in nature and remembers somebody that he or she is in love with. Now, the song is very ambiguous. Choreography is somewhat ambiguous, but the point is that it's not really about physical love. It's about love for an entity that's higher than all of us. The words go something like this. And part of this I'll speak in Gujarati because I really don't think I can do justice to this thing without speaking in Gujarati for part of it. Pan lilu joyu ne tame yaad આવ્યા. જાણે મોસમનો પહેલો વરસાદ ઝીલ્યો રાજ. એક તરણું કોળ્યું ને તમે યાદ આવ્યા. So the poet is saying that I saw a green leaf. These are all symbolism in poetry. Green leaf, first monsoon rain, dark clouds. They are all symbols of love in one way or other. Now if you say, Pan pilu joyu ne tame yaad આવ્યા, then you're talking about an old man. But the pan, before the leaf turns yellow, it's green and fresh. So I saw the fresh leaf and I thought of you. You know, there is another poetry, an old line that says, Shunyatama pan kar kharti rahi, abda lachar thei jota raya. There, all the leaves are dropping. So, a lot has been written about leaf in Gujarati poetry. And it reminded me of the first rain of the season. The first rain of season, what happens? The chatak birds are just standing there with their mouth open to get the rain. The peacocks are singing. And, you know, a lot has been written about it. Man mor bani thangad kare, man mor bani thangad kare. So, ye man mor bani thangad kare ni je vaat che, ye prem ni vaat che. That my heart is dancing like a peacock. And I saw a grass blade coming out of the ground, a fresh grass blade coming out of the ground, and I thought of you. The next line, ક્યાંક પંખી ટોક્યું ને તમે યાદ આવ્યા જાણે શ્રાવણના આભમાં ઉઘાડ થયો રામ એક તારો ટમક્યો ને તમે યાદ આવ્યા. So I heard a bird chirping somewhere and I thought of you. And in the monsoon season, the clouds cleared up and I saw the sky and I thought of you. એક તારો ટમક્યો, I saw a star shining and I thought of you. જરા ગાગર છલકીને તમે યાદ આવ્યા. I was going to fetch water and I was bringing water back home And as the water spilled from my pot, and it made me wet, I thought of you. Because being covered with water is also a symbolism of love. ક્યાંક કાંઠા તોડે છે મહેરામણ હો રામ. There's a river that is just mad with water. There's a big flood coming, and it is breaking all the shores and is coming out to meet the earth. So there is symbolism there of the love just taking over a person's life. And a sehaj chandni chalkine tame yaad aava. I saw a slight light of the moon and I thought of you. Koi aangan atkiyu ne tame yaad aava. Somebody stopped by and I heard the sound of their feet and I thought of you. જાણે પગરવની દુનિયામાં શોર થયો રામ. As if in the world of quiet steps there was a loud noise. Because when you came, I recognized it was you. You know, the dogs do this very often. They could, by the way, the keychain is making a sound. They could tell it's the owner, and they won't bark. They'll know. They could tell who is outside. Same way. Ek paglu updiyu ne tame yaad aava. There was just one step I saw being taken. I thought of you. But one line in this poetry that's not taken in this particular dance really clarifies the issue. And the issue here is not, it's about God. And here is why. Because Harindra Deva has written a lot about Krishna. Fool kahe bamra ne bamro, vaat kare gunjanma, madhava kyai nathi madhuvanma. When Krishna leaves Madhuvan, Gokul, the rumor spreads, not by people. The flower tells the bee that Krishna has left, who then tells everybody else by his way of speaking. Koi thalu malkiyu ne tame yaad aava. Somebody just smiled and I thought of you. Jane kanudana mukhma brahmand joyu ram. In this story of Krishna, there were two times when Krishna opened his mouth and you could see the whole world in there. The whole universe, not world. Once he did it to Yashoda because he wanted her to see who he really was. And it is the ultimate experience. If you get that experience, that's it. That's your salvation. So he gave that to his mother. And he did it for Arjun. Arjun, of course, got extremely frightened when he saw that. But the poet says, I saw that smile and I felt as if Lord Krishna had opened his mouth and you can see the whole universe inside it. Koi aankhe valgiyu ne tame yaad aava. Somebody I saw, anybody I saw, and I just think of you. There's so many poetries written about remembering. Jya jya nazar mari thare yadi beri che apni. So Kalapi wrote that. And it's amazing how well it's written, long time ago, but very well written. There are some bad memories. Ame dariyo joyo ne tame yaad aava. Ame dariyo khoyo ne tame yaad aava. Ame reti joyi ne tame yaad aava. Ame vani khoyi ne tame yaad aava. So when I saw the ocean, I thought of you. When I lost the ocean, I thought of you. I saw the sand besides the ocean, I thought of you. But when I could not say anything, I thought of you. So what is the meaning of the life? Memories. And I'm taking a little bit longer than I should, but anytime there's a Gujarati padam, I take a lot of time, so you just have to bear with that. And so what is memory? What are memories? What is it really? What do they mean? Ramesh Joshi said something very nice about it. Ke ujarda ane loy luhan akhaye jivannu karan che shu. I've been just scratched and I got blood dripping from my skin. I'm so tired of life. What is the meaning of life? Why is this existence? So मैं footpath पर एक जोशी ने पूछू. He goes to, those guys who are reading your fortune on footpath. They're sitting there and you go there and you show them your hand and they read your future. So मैं footpath पर एक जोशी ने पूछू तो एने कहूँ स्मरण एक बे. One or two memories. That's what we live for. So this is the first time this item is being presented. Bella has worked hard. The scenery starts with a painter painting something. And in between the items, she has introduced various symbols because there is talk about water, there is talk about somebody coming to your house. So that I leave up to you. because by now you're all pretty well educated, so you should be able to figure out what happens in between the voice stanzas and see how it relates to this story of love. Wow. There's no end to creativity, I guess. Now I'm pretty amazed I've seen this in pieces during practice, but nothing like this. So, did you guys get an idea of what happened in between the verbal part in the interludes? She had a deer that she was playing with. She was putting water in her pot. She was decorating her house. So that's the part that a composer does, because she's expressing her thoughts about how the person must be feeling. She starts out doing a painting. At the end, she's looking through all her belongings to maybe look at old pictures. Who knows? Next, I'm going to ask several other relatives to come here. I think I'm going to call Mitesh first. Now, Bijal tells me that Mitesh kind of dances to his own tune. I was trying to pump her for some information. Tell me about your brother, and what is he like, and what does he do? And basically, she ended by saying, well, he kind of does his own thing. So, Mitesh, welcome. It's always nice to dance to your own tune. My problem is I can't dance, so I do the best I can. I look at other people who are dancing. I guess you and I do the same thing. Come on over, Mitesh.
Hi, my name is Mitesh, and for those of you who don't know me, which I would find very hard to believe, I am Bijal's wise, friendly, humorous, but most importantly, handsome older brother. First off, I would like to acknowledge the fact that this function starting on time is in itself a huge accomplishment, being that this is, after all, an Indian event. Nonetheless, I would like to thank each and every one of you personally for making an effort to come out and support my sister in her graduation from dance class. Not only does it mean a lot to me, but I know it means the world to Bijal to know that she has so many genuine, loving friends and family. This event would be nowhere as special without you all in the audience. I would also like to commend the amount of constant, hard work, determination, and focus of which my parents have put into this event in the months leading up. It truly does amaze me how it has all led to this flawless evening. All I can say is that I'm happy that I was in college while a circus/zoo was going on in my house. I mean, I've had to do more in the past 3 days than I've had to do all throughout college, and that's saying a lot. But enough about me, although I'm sure y'all would love to know more. This night is all about the brilliant dancer on stage. I thought that I might share some facts about this dancer. I have, after all, known her my whole life. When Bijal was first born, I was having none of it. Before my parents could even bring her into the home, I was putting on the biggest rant ever about how this is my house, and these are my toys, and I'm not sharing with anyone. It's safe to say it took a month for Bijal to move in, and eventually I accepted having a younger sibling, as difficult as it was. Bijal should never be asked to run or jump. I remember one time I was trying to teach my little sister how to play basketball, and all I can say is that there are literally people in wheelchairs that could have done a much better job. If you gave Bijal all the chili peppers, or mirchu as we say in Gujarati, you would have the most satisfied and content human being in this world. Bijal prefers to eat everything at her maximum spicy potential. I'm pretty sure she doesn't use pepper spray as a weapon, but rather to add a kick to her food. One thing you should never do is mess with or bother Bijal after dance practice, which I happen to learn the most difficult way possible. Unless you would like to see her turn into Hitler, I would advise you stay away. I would say something about her trademark hairstyle, but then again, that would be too easy. And after all, I've been doing that my whole life. Enough about all these jokes, though. There is no doubt that my sister deserves a lot of praise. When Bijal first started her journey towards graduating from dance class, it didn't seem like much could save her. Don't get me wrong, Bijal is and always has been a fantastic dancer, but she was definitely a work in progress. Bella Auntie and the rest of the student teachers really have done an exceptional job with her, and it's all coming alive on the stage as we speak. It truly is beautiful. Personally, when I attempt to dance, it looks more like I'm dying or having some sort of spaz attack. So when someone has the ability to be completely harmonized with the music, it really is an exceptional art. I remember in the beginning stages how it was just a constant struggle, and there were so many problems here and there. But Bijal fought through all the adversity, all the critics, all of her own weaknesses, all the range of constant distractions. And as you can see, she stands tall with her chin held high, victorious. Bijal did not take no for an answer, and failure was never in her vocabulary. And for that, I have gained a whole new level of respect for her. This hasn't only been a learning experience for Bijal, but very much so for me as well. I have never been so proud of my sister. I've never even envied her prowess, her determination. I've never admired her set of skills and confidence to this extent. But today is the day that all eyebrows are raised, and it feels great to know that she has conquered all obstacles and been able to put on a breathtaking performance. I know that more often than not, my sister and I fight like it's the start of World War III. And I know I don't say this as much as I should, probably not at all. But I love you, Bijal. And you are the greatest sister I could have ever wished for. Today is just a glimpse of the bright future you have and the places your talents will take you. As I conclude this speech, I would like to leave Bijal, along with the rest of y'all in the audience, a closing thought. If what you are doing is indeed your passion, then you will never fail. Thank you.
Well, Mitesh, if they fault your dancing, just tell them you're doing pure nritta, you're not doing abhinay. So, it's dance for the sake of dance, so it's okay. You're not into abhinay. Well, before we go to talk about next item, which is Mira's poetry. Mira was a great saint poet who wrote about love. Well, we have one such person with passion in this community who is our chief guest today, Shri A.G. Chini, who is the radio personality on Fun Asia, and we would like to thank Fun Asia for letting Mr. Chini come here today. We are very proud of his program as a community. Chini Sahib can do a program on just about anything. And it comes from his heart. He's not just showing off. He always tells you a story. One time we were driving to Austin, and he was telling some story, and in the middle of our drive, the station faded. So we heard half the story. Next time we got hold of him, me and my dad asked him what was the rest of the story, because we really were anxious to find out what the rest of the story was. So the dance is about storytelling. A.G. Chini is about telling us his experiences and his personal feelings and his explanations of artistic songs. He's an artist by heart. I would say our community really needs to honor him. He's like a Sufi guy. He has passion, he has love in his heart, and he's all about heart. So, Mr. Chini, please come to the stage. Bella, let's welcome him. It's been a privilege to have you here for all the work you do. We know it takes a lot of effort. You should see him work with his books diligently, waiting outside the studio, trying to work on things. So thankful for you coming here. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let's get a picture taken.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't know it was such a big deal on radio, what I do. In fact, my shows are on music, and especially retro music. Because I grew with that music and that era. And I had the distinction of knowing a lot of film personalities on one-on-one basis, and they could share a lot of trivias with me, which I share on radio with my listeners. For example, R.D. Burman was a very good friend of mine. And we used to celebrate his and my birthday together because he was born on 27th June and mine is 25th June. So we used to bring his birthday and say bye to mine on 26th of June. Naushad. I always wanted to sit with him and know more about the music. Or Manoj Kumar, what a learned person he is. And we see a different man on the screen. And once he told me that because of my Bharat image, Bharat Kumar, I could never romance with the heroine, I could never touch them. Because I had to maintain and live up to that image of Bharat Kumar. So when Tushar Bhai came to me and said, Chini Bhai, we want you to come and this is one function, I thought maybe something music related. So then I was told that it was about the Bharatnatyam. Well, my knowledge about Bharatnatyam is very little. It's like you are asking a Maulana of a masjid or a Pandit of a mandir about cocktails, different kind of cocktails. How much they will be able to tell you. But then Tushar Bhai told me that Nishendu Bhai and Bela Vasavada have suggested my name. So I have to thank them for putting me on the spot. હું ચિંતામાં પડ્યો ને તમે યાદ આવ્યા. હું મૂંઝાણો ને તમે યાદ આવ્યા. Well, India is a land of diverse cultures, as we know, and traditions. Now, each region of the country has a unique culture, which we all have noticed, which is also prominently visible in its various art forms. Almost all the regions of the country have their specific folk music and dance, which proves to be a wonderful way of expression of their community and its traditions, though the folk dances are not as complex as the pure form of classical dance, which we have been watching for last a couple of hours, which Bijal has been performing in front of us. Well, Bharatnatyam, Bharat, let me say something in Hindi. Bharat, इसका शाब्दिक अर्थ है भरतनाट्यम का भ, भरत के 3 अक्षर. भरत भ भाव के लिए है, र राग के लिए है और त ताल के लिए है. भरत, यही तीनों बातें कलात्मक नृत्य की विशेषता है. And that is the beauty of Bharatnatyam. Now, for any artist, Bharatnatyam has a divine origin. Like Devas asked Brahmas to create a Veda that would be understood by the Sudras, or Kshudras, as we in Hindi we say it, as Kali Yuga was nearing. And when the universe was overcome by desire, greed, jealousy, and anger. When people became slaves of pleasure and pain, Brahma was moved to create a form of entertainment seen and heard and understood by everybody at the same time, as people could no longer understand the mystic and ambiguous scriptures. That is the origin, you can say, because Bharatnatyam was created not merely for pleasure, but to embody the cosmic relationships and expressions, that is bhava, Bharat, bha, for all the worlds. So this performing art follows the world's movements in all activities and states, work and leisure, calm and laughter, fight and wars. It will teach wisdom both to the ignorant and to the learned. It will provide entertainment for kings and it will console the miserable ones also at the same time. It will incorporate all kinds of the deeds, the noble, the mediocre, and the mean. Now, Bharatnatyam, for any artist, you have to be totally dedicated and passionate about that art. Otherwise, you cannot achieve the expertise. And for that, interest comes with the teacher. If we have seen Bijal doing amazing performances, a lot of credit goes to the teacher, Bela Vasavda. Because you will find there could be many students, but everybody doesn't seem to understand or doesn't seem to reach that point. किसी कला विशेष को शिखर तक, चोटी तक स्थापित करने में कलाकारों की बहुत तपस्या काम करती है, डेडिकेशन काम करता है. कला के उत्थान के लिए, उसके उद्धार के लिए, उसकी प्रगति के लिए कलाकार अपना सब कुछ अर्पित कर देता है, लेकिन स्वयं मौन रहता है. जैसे कि बेला को आपने पूरी इवनिंग देखा होगा, मौन. हर ऊंचे कलाकार के जीवन का यह स्वानुभूत सत्य होता है, लेकिन हम सामान्य जन इस सत्य को जानने का प्रयास नहीं करते. बीजल के पांव आपने देखा होगा, एक तरफ संगीत की हर लहर का साथ देते हुए थिरकते हैं, तो दूसरी तरफ उसकी विलक्षणता का भी एहसास होता रहता है. अदरवाइज व्हाट वी सी इन बॉलीवुड is not Bharatnatyam. It's the distorted version of Bharatnatyam or distorted version of classical dances like Kathak. But it's sort of samjhota, kind of samjhota with the box office. But what you saw is the pure form of art. And we have few names in India who are keeping this form alive. That is Dr. Padma Subramaniam or Sonal Mansi. Sonal Mansi, everybody knows about it. She is not only Bharatnatyam exponent, but she is also the Odissi exponent. And Saroja Vaidyanathan, she is amazing. I had the distinction of watching her a few years ago while I was in India. But to keep this form alive here, thousands of miles away, हमारी धरती से दूर, और उतने ही उत्साह और लगन के साथ इस कला को जीवंत रखना, इसके लिए मैं समझता हूं कि गुरु को और शिष्या को, दोनों को सादर नमस्कार. और आपके भी बच्चों को इस तरह के डांसेस जो प्योर फॉर्म में हैं, बॉलीवुड डांसेस, देयर इज नथिंग रॉन्ग विथ इट. I am not running it down. But what I am saying is, at the same time, we have to keep our eye on the pure form of classical dances which have been given to us for years, thousands of years in India. And if we get lost in the Bollywood dances, Sheila Ki Jawani and all, then it will be very difficult to revive it. So what Bela Vasavda is doing is an amazing job. They are keeping this kind of pure form of dances alive. And Bijal, you have to go a long way. Your parents, I think for them this is the happiest moment on the earth. I can still recollect the way with the enthusiasm Tushar Bhai approached me. I thought maybe he has come with Bijal's wedding card. When I looked at it, I said, Tushar Bhai, if this is for Arangetram, લગન માટે શું કરવાના છો તમે? તો એ કે એમાં પણ તમને યાદ કરશો. Now he has said it, I don't know what he really meant it. So Bijal, all the best to you, to your parents. And as Tushar Bhai has said in the card, બધા કાકા, મામા, ફઈ, ફઈબા, બધાઓને મારા તરફથી અભિનંદન આ ઘડી માટે. મારી ઈચ્છા હતી કે થોડીક વાર ગુજરાતીમાં પણ બોલીએ, હિન્દીમાં પણ બોલ્યું છે. અને બીજલ ગુજરાતી બોલે છે કે નહીં ઘરે મને ખબર નથી, મેં પૂછ્યું નથી તુષારભાઈને, પર કદાચ એ સમજતી હોય તો મારા અભિનંદન અને સાથે સાથે અમારી બધાની શુભેચ્છાઓ તારી સાથે છે. અને એટલા સરસ સ્ટેજ ઉપર તું પહોંચ કે તારું નામ લેતા અમને બધાને અભિમાન લાગે કે આના અરણ્યક્ષેત્રમાં અમે હતા. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Next, I would like to call Mihir and Dhara. For those of you who are doing this for the first time, we normally do this when she's changing dress, so it gives her enough time to calm down, make a dress change. But believe me, while this is going on, there's a total commotion going back there with 5 people working on her and just trying to get her dressed as quickly as they can.
Well, my speech is not going to be great as Mita's is, because after all, he is more wise and he is Bijal's brother. I think I would have to say that I have known Bijal for like second longest after Mita's. We're only 3 months apart. Me and Bijal are practically inseparable. Ever since I was born, I knew like she's so unique and I love her to death. Like the day she was dancing, like it's just inspirational to me. I love her craziness, her beauty, and the way she's just Bijal. The memories we have is just very priceless. Me and her are just like PB&J or salt and pepper. I remember this one time, like when we were little, we would like fight so many times, but like 5 minutes later, we would just make up and be friends again. Bijal's more than just a cousin to me. She's my best friend. She's my sister. I tell her everything. Things that I don't even tell my brother or my parents. Like, she's the one I go to when I need someone to talk to. Like, she's always there for me. I don't know what I would do without her. Like, she's like everything in my life. Like, without her, I don't think I would be alive today. She's like everything. I remember when we were little, I'm always a neat freak. Like, I like everything to be neat. Like, when you walk in my room, it's going to be neat. There's nothing out of place. So when we were little, her room would be the complete opposite. You wouldn't find anything in her room. Like, if you're trying to look for a textbook, you won't find it. And I would always, like, clean her room. I don't know how she would make me clean her room, but she would make me clean it, and I would just do it, like, out of nowhere. But I think it's because she was older, and she would always say, "Oh, I'm older," and I'd be like, "We're only 3 months apart. There's not that much difference." And yeah, and I remember we would play, like, this dumbest games, like when we were children, like the doctor's office or house. It would just be stupid. Like knowing that we've grown up so much from like when we were like 4 years old, like from what I remember, it's been a long time. And since Bijal's been practicing like for 6 months, I haven't gotten to see her, and not seeing her, I have like so much to catch up on with her. And like I barely see her, and it's just very sad. And I think I'm going to cry when she leaves for college in 2 more years. Like, it's going to be a very emotional day because she's practically my other half, and I love her to death. And she's doing an amazing job today. I'm very proud of her, and I love her so much. And I actually thought I was going to cry today, but she's not here. I thought she was going to come out running and hugging me or something, just scaring me. And yeah, Bijal always has my back. Like, she's always there for me, and I love that about her. Like, it doesn't matter where she is, but she'll always be there for me. And the other day, yesterday, she was on the phone crying, and she was so stressed out. Like, I don't know why, and I was starting to cry because I don't like seeing Bijal cry. Like, she cries, I cry. Like, I don't like it when anyone messes with her. Like, I would defend her so much. Like, I would probably defend her over my own brother, but, it's okay. But yeah, I remember when I was little, Bijal would always defend me over her own brother. So, I have the right to say that. And Mitas would always get mad, be like, "Why do you defend Dara? What about me? I'm your own brother. I'm your own blood, But, me and Bijal are so close. Like, you cannot separate me and her. And I just love her, and I'm very proud of her. The way she's in the IB program. She goes to Garland. Like, it's her junior year. She's doing all this stuff. And, I'm very proud of her. And I love her. You're doing a great job. You're almost done.
So my name is Mihir. I'm Bijal's older cousin. I've been gone to college for 4 years, so I haven't got really to get close to Bijal, but I've missed the crucial part of her life, which I do regret. But from coming back after 4 years, I remember seeing her as a little girl and seeing her now, and she's become this beautiful, young, dedicated woman, and I'm very proud of her, and I would just want to tell her to keep up the hard work and that she's doing a great job, and I love her. Thank you.
So next is a Meera bhajan. Meera was I call her a Sufi poet. She was madly in love with Krishna, never met Krishna, but when she was 11 years old, or 9 years old, her grandmother gave her a statue of Krishna, and she fell in love with it. Her story is one of longing for Krishna. And the story goes something like this. She's dying, and she tells the vultures that come to eat her body, is that you can eat all my body, but not my eyes, because he might still come. So the longing for God is what Meera all about. She never saw Krishna, but she was in love with Krishna, and she is in her dream or in her hallucination, whatever you want to call it, she experiences Krishna. And this song is about that. It says, Aaj mein dekho giridhari. I saw Giridhari. Sundar vadana madan ki shobha. He has a handsome body and he looks great. And he is the one that I'm in love with. He's dancing with the other shepherd children. And she is completely mad about him. And that's what this is all about. Whether it's Chini Saab or Bella, these people are mad about their art. That's what's common in their work. So once you get that deep into an art, I guess you find God in a way. So next item is Aaj Main Dekho Giridhari. Thank you.
आज में गिरिधारी सुंदर वदन मदन की शोभा 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 चितवत अनिहारी आज मैं देखो गिरिधारी आज मैं देखो बजावत बंसी कुंजन में बजावत बंसी कुंजन में भजावत बंसी कुंजन में गावत ताल तरंग रंग ध्वनि गावत ताल तरंग रंग ध्वनि नाचत नाचत ग्वाला घन में आज मैं देखो गिरिधारी आज मैं देखो तुलसी बन कुंजन संचारी तुलसी बन कुंजन संचारी तुलसी बन कुंजन संचारी गिरिधर लाल नवनट नागर गिरिधर लाल नवनट नागर तुलसी बन कुंजन संचारी गिरिधर लाल नवनट नागर हो गई मीरा 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 हो गई मीरा बलिहारी हो गई मीरा बलिहारी आज मैं देखो गिरिधारी आज मैं देखो गिरिधारी सुंदर वदन मदन की शोभा सुंदर वदन मदन की शोभा चितवत अनिहारी आज मैं देखो गिरिधारी आज मैं देखो गिरिधारी गिरिधारी गिरिधारी
Well, we tried hard, but we couldn't keep Krishna out of poetry. He always shows up. So here he is. The next is Tilana. Tilana is a nrit item. This is the final item in a Bharatanatyam program, followed immediately by Mangalam. Mangalam is where it's very interesting what the artist does. She bows down to Lord Shiva, since he is the God for dance. She bows down to her teacher, her guru, and she bows down to Mother Earth for letting her stomp on her. So that is the end of the program. It's been a privilege to speak for this family. Sometimes you do it out of a sense of obligation. When I did this for my daughter, it was out of excitement. This is also out of a sense of excitement, Tushar, because I visualize you standing outside Nritya Shala program, making sure that anybody that does not belong backstage doesn't make it there. Yours is labor of love and passion. Mine is labor of love and passion. So today, I think we are equal. And it is a privilege that you granted me, Tushar and Binaben. I'll be thankful to you. I'll cherish this program. And I walked on this stage. When I saw outside and when I saw the costumes, one after another item, it's like going to a 5-star restaurant and starting out with appetizers and ending up with a wonderful meal and a dessert. So I really, really appreciate what you've done. I think the stage is just awesome. The photographers are trying new things for the first time. I understand that the little equipment on the side there is being used by them for the first time for this type of program. So there's a lot of new stuff happening. And of course the audience everybody here looks very handsome and beautiful. So not one bad looking person in the whole auditorium. So what can I say? It's been a pleasure. I will not come back to the podium. It'll be the Patel family show after this. So thanks again. Next item, Tilana, followed by Mangalam.
गीत ध्वनि कुतक दीन नात्र कीट तुम नाच रख गौरी ताम विदम तेई तरे तिरगद गीत ध्वनि कुतक नात्र कीट तुम नाच रख गौरी ताम विदम तेई तरे तिरगद गीत ध्वनि कुतक नाच रख गौरी ताम विदम तेई तरे तिरगद गीत कीट तू नाच रग गौरी ताम दिदम तेई तरे तिरगदु गीत ध्वनि कुतगति नाच कीट तू नाच रग गौरी तदम दिदम तेई तरे तिरगदु गीत ध्वनि कुतगति नाच रग गौरी ताम दिदम तेई तरे तिरगदु गीत ध्वनि कुतगति नाच रग गौरी ताम दिदम तेई तरे तिरगदु गीत ध्वनि कुतगति नाच कीट तू नाच रग गौरी ताम दिदम तेई तरे तिरगदु गीत ध्वनि कुतगति नाच कीट तू नाच रग गौरी ताम दिदम तेई तरे तिरगदु गीत ध्वनि कुतगति नाच कीट तू नाच रग गौरी ताम दिदम तेई तरे तिरगदु गीत ध्वनि कुतगति नाच रग गौरी ताम दिदम तेई तरे तिरगदु गीत ध्वनि कुतगति नाच कीट तो नाच रग गौरी ताम दिदम तेई तरे तिरगदु गीत ध्वनि कुतगति नाच कीट तो नाच रग गौरी ताम दिदम ते तदे तिरगदुगे तध्वनि कुतक दिनात्र केट तो नाच रग गौर ताम दिदम ते तदे तिरगदुगे तध्वनि कुतक दिनात्र केट तो नाच रग गौर तदम दिदम ते तदे तिरगदुगे तध्वनि कुतक नाच केट तो नाच रग गौर ताम दिदम ते तदे तिरगदुगे तध्वनि कुतक नाच रग गौर ताम दिदम ते तदे तिरगदुगे तध्वनि कुतक नाच केट तो नाच रग गौर ताम दिदम ते तदे तिरगदुगे तध्वनि कुतक नाच केट तो नाच रग गौर ताम दिदम ते तदे तिरगदुगे तध्वनि कुतक नाच केट तो नाच रग गौर ताम दिदम ते तदे तिरगदुगे तध्वनि कुतक नाच केट तो नाच रग गौर ताम दिदम ते तदे तिरगदुगे तध्वनि कुतक नाच रग गौर ताम दिदम ते तदे तिरगदुगे तध्वनि कुतक नाच केट तो नाच रग गौर ताम दिदम ते तदे तिरगदुगे तध्वनि कुतक नाच केट तो नाच रग गौर ताम दिदम ते तदे तिरगदुगे तध्वनि कुतक नाच रग गौर ताम दिदम ते तदे तिरगदुगे तध्वनि कुतक नाच केट तो नाच रग गौर ताम दिदम ते तदे तिरगदुगे तध्वनि कुतक नाच केट तो नाच रग गौर ताम दिदम ते तदे तिरगदुगे तध्वनि कुतक बाज पायल कगु बाज पायल कगु जनन जनन बाज पायल कगु जनन जनन बाज पायल कगु जनन 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 दीन जनन 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 दीन दी जनन 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 गीत ध्वनि कुतक नाच केट तो नाच रग गौर ताम दिदम ते तदे तिरगदुगे तध्वनि कुतक तान गावे तगत तेरे तान गावे तगत तेरे तान गावे तगत तेरे ते ते ततरधन धी तगिट तगदी धी तगिट तगदी धी तगिट तगदी अददो अददो अदगीत ध्वनि कुतक नाच केट तो नाच रग गौर तदम दिदम ते तदे तिरगदुगे तध्वनि कुतक पदुमनाभ तुम्हारी लीला पदुमनाभ तुम्हारी लीला पदुमनाभ तुम्हारी लीला क्या कहूँ मैं सावरो पदुमनाभ तुम्हारी लीला क्या कहूँ मैं सावरो ताप संकट शरणायो शोक मारो तुम हरो ताप संकट शरणायो शोक मारो तुम हरो तदिम तदिम धिरना दानि दानि तदिम तदिम धिरना तदिम तदिम धिरना दानि दानि तदिम तदिम धिरना तादित्तं तदगदगनि तदारदगदारदि अलरिगलरि तगदां तारदगदां तारदगदां तारदिं दिं दिं तनि अलरि दो 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 तगदनि अलरि दिं 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 तगदिगुदनि अलरिगि तिरगदु गीत ध्वनि को तकती नाच कीट तो नाच रग गौरी तागिदम तई तते तिरगदु गीत ध्वनि को तक गीत ध्वनि को तक गीत ध्वनि को तकती तकती तकती
कृष्णनुக்கு जय मंगलम श्री राधा कृष्णनुக்கு शुभ मंगलम श्री बालकृष्णनुக்கு जय मंगलम श्री राधा कृष्णनुக்கு शुभ मंगलम गोपाल गोविंद माधवनुக்கு मंगलम गोपाल गोविंद माधवनुக்கு
I'm going to ask Bilaben to say a couple of words for us today. It's a very emotional moment for us, but we'll give her some time to talk to us.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for blessing Bijal this evening. She has worked very, very hard for this performance, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally. I always tell her it's a mindset. And today her mindset, actually Gujarati ma kau to rang lavyo. She has extremely It was really pleasure working with her, and of course, just like any other student in the beginning, she was looking at me like a devil, somebody's going to kill me. It's going to be most of the kids think that it's going to be a torture chamber when they come to me, and several different feelings in their mind. Eventually, Bijal became a family member. You can ask her, she can find anything in my kitchen, just like other kids. And we have gone through ups and downs of emotions, happiness, unhappiness, sadness, anxiousness, very, very energetic practices, sometimes almost no practices. But the outcome is fantastic. And one more thing I want to tell about Bijal is Guru Shishya Parampara. Tame loko janta hasho, some of you probably know what it means. She is, Shishya means a student. She has all the lakshana, like Shishya lakshana enama che. She is very devoted, very particular, very hardworking, and has never complained once about her tiredness. I'm tired, I'm not going to do it. She came straight from the school. It wasn't easy. So all her hard work paid today, Bijal, and I'm very happy that you are achieving your Arangetram and your degree in Bharatanatyam today. We are also starting a new tradition today, thanks to Tusharbai and Binaben, that we will be providing certification to each of the kids. And don't worry, those who did it before will get it too. So I'm going to start with this with the students. And last but not least, Tusharbai, I'd like to thank you and Binaben for being such a good parent and now really good family friends. I also want to thank all my crew. The makeup, the beautiful makeup you see is Sana Mazhar. Sana, can you come on the stage for me? She has done an excellent job, guys. Sana, please come on the stage. The beautiful hairdo, you see her beautiful hair. It's done by Geeta Shastri. Geeta, will you please come on the stage? We really appreciate this. And on top of it, the crew, Nimisha, please come on the stage. Nimisha, Sumaya, and of course, come over stage. Nimisha, Sumaya, Kavita, please come on the stage. All the teachers. They have done a fantastic job, and I have been blessed with the God that I have students and parents and teachers like this. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please enjoy the rest of the evening. Bijal, I would like to present this to you.
For everyone that came here today, thank you so much. It means so much to me for coming here. People always ask me, like, why would you do this during junior year when you're getting ready for SATs and it's the hardest year of high school? But they didn't understand that I just wanted to quickly do this so I could teach the little kids, and just they don't know how fun it is. Like, even though sometimes I come to Bella Auntie's house straight from school, I'm like, oh no, I don't want to do this. But Bella Auntie always, she'll probably can tell when I'm in the mood or not, but she'll never make me feel bad if I ever get into that mood. She'll always help me. So I really love her for that. And but I really thank all of you for coming here. But first of all, I would like to thank God for giving me such great parents, giving me this opportunity, letting me the first in my family to accomplish this, for giving me such great friends, and everyone in my life for supporting me for all of this. It means a lot to me, so thank you, Bhagwan. And then second, my parents. You might not know it, but my mom came to almost every practice with me. She would drive me after school when she knows, because sometimes I almost got into an accident because I fell asleep, and I was like, oh my God. But my mom took care of that, drove me to school, and my dad for, look at these great decorations, the great food, the great outfits. You might not believe it. My dad chose everything. Just so wonderful. So I really love both of you. And I don't only have one mom. I have four great moms now. First, of course, the great Veena Patel. Second, Divyani Gaki, for coming all the way from Boston, treating me as her own, and treating my brother as her own child. So thank you very much. Miss Belinda, because you might not know it, but she would take me to school if I ever missed my bus. When I was getting a shot like 2 or 3 times, she would close my eyes for me and tell me, it's okay, you're not getting a shot, even though it's so obvious I am. So thank you, Miss Belinda. And now I can add Bella Auntie to this list for feeding me, giving me iced tea whenever I need it, because I'm just high on that. But thank you so much. And the Ba and Dada, both Bas and both Dada, for coming all the way from England, South Carolina. So thank you for that. It means so much to me. And all of my family, I wish I could, you all know who you are. But also, let me get to the teachers. I would like all of y'all to come up. Bonnie, beautiful lady. She taught me how to dance as a powerful woman, how to dance like a true woman, not just because you're interested in, but truly showing that your capabilities, to show that even though this isn't considered a coming of age. Some people ask me, is this a coming of age? But she showed it in dance. And then Riddhi and Siddhi. Siddhi was the lower body person. She would hit me if I'm not half sitting and everything. No. And Riddhi for being the upper body person. So thank you all too. Kanchna Didi for, if y'all liked my expressions, a lot of it, like the feminine comes from her. Y'all saw her walking on stage like this. That's beautiful. And Samaya Didi.
Sumaya didn't come on the stage. Like, I invited her.
Samaya Didi, even though you didn't teach me a dance, you taught me so much more. That I'm so happy for. Showed me so many more things I could have never thought I could have known. So, and Nishondo Uncle, thank you for emceeing this whole thing. So everyone, thank you so much. It means so much to me. Oh, I'm so sorry. All of the people that helped backstage. So Nimisha Auntie, Kanchan Didi and her mom, Uma Auntie, Sana Didi, Kavita Didi. There's so many people. Anumasi. There's everyone. I will greet you afterwards. Thank you. Oh, Geeta Auntie. That's it. Okay. Yes. Okay. Sorry.
Like, I think Bijal covered lots of my other problems I was going to have because I wouldn't have remembered all those names. But truly, I thank you, all of you, individually. I cannot say it more than enough that if you weren't here, this program might not be as successful because you as a guest and spending so much time with us from your one day with your family to be with us, it means the world to us. It means the world to my wife, Bina, who has just worked so much with me, along with me, with my two children. Then also my family, my mom, my dad, my two sisters, my brother-in-law Jayesh and his wife Lipsa, and all the rest of the family. That bell you see over there is the creation of my imagination, but it was put to reality by my Surendra uncle from California. So I want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart. And before you start leaving, there is just a few minutes of your time I want to have, because I want to make sure that I give my thanks in the best way I can to these wonderful people who made my daughter's event such a success. So let's give them a big hand before I present to them in the best way I know how to. First, hold on, Bijal has forgotten something.
Oh my God, 3 very important people to me in my life. Out of all my family members, especially Dada and Mitesh. You don't know it, but Mitesh came backstage and he gave me a little pep talk. It means so much to me because my brother is my biggest role model. So thank you, Mitesh. That meant a lot to me. And then Dada, soul sister, whatever you want to call it, sisterhood. We've been like this forever. So thank you, Dada. And out of all my best friends, Quinn Han, for when I walk into physics class crying because I'm about to fail the test or I'm just stressed or whatever, for dealing with me, for helping me with all my homework, spending a night at my house almost every day, and never caring, and your family for treating me like I'm their own child. So thank you all. Okay.
And before I forget, those wonderful decorations and everything that was put to reality by my best friends from Plano. All of them, I'm not going to say individually because we'll just lengthen the time here, but I thank you to all the ushers, everyone, the food people, the theater people, the lighting people, everybody has been mentioned in the brochures. You will see them. Please try to use every one of these people in your future event, whether this is an Arangetram or a wedding. But I suggest that you do that. Lastly, I want to go ahead and present my presence to the best way I can do it is with the people who has helped Bijal where she is. Who wants to go first? First, I want to call Belaben. Belaben Vasauda, please come out. Belandi. Please go over there. Thank you so much, Belaben. Flowers. Next, thank you, you're welcome. Next, I want to bring in Bani Maini. Kanchana Shastri. Come on, you can cheer. Come on, you can clap. Next, not only they're my two wonderful, sweet twins nieces, Riddhi and Siddhi. Okay, the way you remember is Riddhi is round, Siddhi is single. That's the way I remember them. Who's left, Bijal? Sumaya Didi? Sumaya Didi, are you out there? On the back somewhere? Sumaya? Okay, we'll leave Sumaya for now. Who's next? Who are missing? Anybody missing? We're done? Okay. Thank you, everyone. Lastly, the certificate, as I said, we have started this from Bijal. Whoever's done their Arangetram, please make sure that you get with me and Belaben, because we're trying to design a formal presentation when the certificate comes. It will take some time. We want to do it the right way. As you can see, it takes a long time to prepare all this. I want to take as much effort to make that certificate a possibility for the people who has already done the Arangetram and those who will perform their Arangetram in the future. So that is to come. Secondly, there is a 25-year anniversary? 20 or 25-year anniversary that will be celebrated by Nrityashala, and I want to announce that should be coming soon. And so if you want to volunteer to be part of that, please let us know and we will go ahead and do that. And lastly, the dinner is going to be served right across. If you go out and turn right and through the walkway, the atrium on the other side. Again, the food, the vegetarian food is going to be immediately as soon as you enter, and as soon as you go inside, onto the left, there is the children's area. Onto the right, those people who are fasting today, and I appreciate all this effort you have put yourself through today and for the late dinner. Please go on that side. And then we do also have some performances. As soon as you sit down, we have best friends, best loved relationship that Bijal has. There's 4 people who want to perform some dance performances, and I want you to have a glance at that too. So while you sit and enjoy it, please do make sure that you eat well, because I'm sure you're all hungry. But go ahead and do that also. Don't leave without seeing that performance also. Lastly, I want to call Sana. I forgot Sana. Please come on the stage. I forgot you. Go ahead. Where's Bina? Oh, you don't have it? Okay. Okay, so now we have your stuff. It's just not organized over there, okay? Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, and have a wonderful evening. I hope.
Khan